Good morning, trading world. It is April 20th, 2020, and this is the pre market outlook. And today we're going to start with the NASDAQ and levels of importance. I guess we can start with support today. Because we may end up having a open to the lower side. We may pierce down before we start to move back up. Let's see. Jack support is going to be 87.09. Queen support is going to be 86.91. And King support is going to be 86.18. Levels of pertinence in between. We have 86.78 as the first, which is right around here. 86.65, which is right about there. And then 85.95, which is all the way down here. That's it for support. We go to resistance. We have 87.38 as your jack resistance. 88.10 as the queen resistance, and I do see maybe a jump back up here at some point in time today. Nothing's 100% sure, but I'm thinking we do get a jump back up here to retest this level. And king resistance is 88.42. Levels of pertinence in between. We have 87.69, which is right about there. And then we have 87.99, which is right about here. Those are the only levels on the resistance side in between the major levels. That's pretty much it for the NASDAQ. You want to be very careful. We may get this test back up here, but a break below a certain level that I have. Let me bring it up. A break below this level, this 86.89, and closing outside of this, even if we do pop back up, tells me we're headed lower. So you just want to be aware of that. And let's take a quick peek at the ES, which is the overall market. We are into heavy support. Some things to look out for. Some things it tells me there are a couple things that I kind of looked at on my mind, and I need to do further research on, which I will probably do during the week sometime. It seems to be, I know the way that the market was acting last Friday, last Thursday, was very, very fishy to me because every major, or we'll say intermediate and long term indicator, was telling me up. But just that feel that I got just kept telling me to look for short positions when it comes to the futures market. Um, my options are more long term, and that's why those are short on a long term basis. But the futures is something that I kind of come in with a day to day outlook. It's not really long term, it's what I will be doing that particular day. So even though the futures gave me a pretty much go long signal, there were underlying things that kept telling me short, short, short. And I did listen to that, and thankfully I did. But that was something that was going on. It's an underlying current that seems very, very fishy to me. So things to kind of be careful of over the next few weeks. As you can see, I have the expected move marked on the ES here at 2754. We have, compared to the, outside of just these last 2 weeks, compared to everything else, this is a relatively small expected move for the week, which is definitely setting us up for failure, which means we're going to break the expected move, possibly some way, somehow, and possibly to the downside. I don't see it being very far this week because some things that I've started to research, and a few more respected people that I listened to kind of brought some of the underlying things that I was thinking of. They kind of brought it to the forefront for me, which is, at this point, a lot of hedge funds and 401ks are going to try to take profit in the zone that we're in right now, between basically this 3050 area, pretty much down to maybe 2700. I have to do a little further research, but maybe 2750, somewhere in this area. There's going to be a lot of profit taking, which may put us in what's called a volatility box, where we just kind of bounce back and forth between those two zones. We're just going to kind of bounce back and forth, and in a sense, compressing or coiling the spring. We're going to go into a consolidation state, and that consolidation state is going to bring about that violent move like we've seen a couple times before. So we're probably going to get smaller and smaller, and if anybody has ever seen this, it's basically called a short squeeze. For all the people with short positions on, they're going to make you sweat and make it go against you, because everything is going to be telling you short, but we're going to kind of just drift maybe a little higher and stay within this zone until it basically shakes you out of your shorts. For those that don't know or are not sure, that's kind of what I see happening over the next maybe week or two. Not sure how long, but maybe in the coming weeks, maybe just this week. But I have to do a little more research on that. So just telling you to be very careful because that's something that I see coming. So again, we have support here, but it looks like at some point we're going to break it. So be very careful. And what I may try to do, I may try to eke out and roll my positions up one more time. Um, Today, a lot of my options positions should be in the green, which would give me an opportune time to kind of take them off at a profit and then wait for a little jump back up, which we may get soon. I just have to kind of play it by ear and wait to see what happens. But today, the 4 hour, especially on the NASDAQ, the 4 hour chart is in control. And what I mean by that, we definitely want to go see the 4 hour mean or level. And on the 4 hour chart, that's going to be this level here, 86.35. That's where we're headed. That's where we're going to test. So that's what I see in the cards. Once we get there, I'm expecting some type of bounce once we kind of level out. We should get a small bounce from that point, especially today, if we get there today. So that is my pre-market outlook. As always, make sure you have your risk defined into something that you can be comfortable with losing. Be safe and wishing you profitable trades. Have a great day.